Hello everyone and welcome to Six Figure Systems. My name is Megan, you probably already know that, but I'm going to be your guide for the next 6 months and maybe even more into the future. Now, within the program, there are going to be different phases that you're going to be going through, and I feel like it helps you to understand where we're going so you enjoy the journey of where you're at. Now, for the first phase, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be refining your foundation. I want to get really clear about what your simple offer is and how we can be clear about the kind of pillars that you have and making sure that your offer is profitable and ready to move forward for the next 6 months. And the next thing that we're going to be doing in phase 2 is you're going to be learning all about the systems. So you're going to be seeing me teaching you either live or in the videos, and you're actually going to be creating these systems throughout your business. Within that next phase, in phase 3, what we're going to be doing is you are going to actually apply all the systems to your business. So you are going to actually be managing your mind, hopefully every single day if you can, and making sure that you're running your business and implementing all the systems exactly as I've laid it out for you. Obviously, you don't ever have to do anything that you don't want to do, but I found that it's really helpful to have a guide for exactly where you're going, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. And then in phase 4, what we will be doing is you are going to be able to look at the systems after you've implemented it, and then you're going to think, does this system work for my business? Do I need to adopt it completely and think that this is perfect for me? I want to continue using this for the foreseeable future of my business. Do you want to adapt some of the things that I've taught you, like maybe changing around your marketing calendar or maybe changing your annual plan a little bit? Or you can completely abandon them and leave them and move on and create different systems. This is just to give you a structure and a template for what a business could and my business looked like to build me to 6 figures in my first year full time. So within this, I want you to know that there is going to be some technology involved. And some of us are more technologically savvy than others, and that does not impact your ability to be a wonderful CEO in any way, shape, or form. However, I want you to have a growth mindset, be open-minded, because at the beginning of anything, but especially like doing a program, a lot of things are coming at you pretty quickly. There's going to be a lot of learning within pretty much the first 2 months. You're going to have all of your essentials down and you're going to know where your business is going. And it's a lot of information at once. So you're going to be consuming a lot of information weekly, and it might feel a little bit overwhelming. And that's okay. If you're a little bit overwhelmed, that is normal. I do it so you can get the whole picture of what your business will look like, and then you can be able to start to see, oh, okay, I can understand what this looks like and how this could work in my business. Now, within that, there's going to be some technology involved. And if you have any questions at all, there are no silly questions, but I would love for you to just reach out instead of just like remaining in a little bit of overwhelm. We don't need that in our lives. I want to make sure that you are supported. That is what you are paying for. That is why you are here. And please let me know if there is anything I can do to help you. With that being said, I would love for you to be organized online. I think that it is just something that has been very helpful for me. It is very easy for me to check the systems that you're implementing. When we're going to be on calls together, I'm going to be showing you the systems that you have in your business, and you're going to be able to see me manipulate and change and add to them as we go. What I want you to do with that, if you are typically a more Google or a less technologically savvy person, that's okay. You do not need to have a Gmail account or a Google Drive or anything like that, but it will be helpful with you going forward. So when you are creating the technological structure of your business, I think that Google has a lot of really wonderful systems that are free, that are very helpful to organize things for you in your business. the first thing that I would recommend is creating a Gmail account. If you have another account for your business, that's fine. However, we're going to be using Google Classroom for all of the modules. And if you're going to be using Google Classroom, unfortunately, sometimes you need a Gmail account to get into the Google Classroom. I can't figure it out. I've emailed people, they don't know how to fix it, but it would just be really helpful, even just within the purposes of this group, if you can use a Gmail account. And then within Google Classroom, that is what and I'm going to show you the setup in just a second, but the setup is going to have all of the videos, all of the templates, and all of the slides are going to be available to you in the classroom. So that is going to be our primary form of like your educational platform for this group or for this program in any event. What you're also going to have is you're going to create a Google, when you have a Gmail account, it automatically creates a Google Drive for you. I'm going to show you how to take the templates that you'll be getting in the Google Classroom, and I'm going to get into how you're going to save them within your Google Drive. So all of the things are going to be on the Googles, and we are also going to be using Google Calendar because it integrates really well with a lot of booking systems. So within that, we are going to be using Google Classroom, like I mentioned, and there are 4 kind of key aspects that you'll be seeing within the classroom. The first thing that you're going to be seeing are the essentials and the setup system. So right now, as you are in the Google Classroom, you're going to see that there's a setup systems module, and within that module, that's where this video is going to be. There's going to be the slides that I'm showing you right now. And you're going to see 2 more modules that are perfect for you to get started with the program. Now, underneath the setup systems, you're going to see the 6-figure essential systems. Those 6 essentials are marketing, selling, delivering, planning, and presenting. Within those 6 modules, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment, there's going to be the videos, the slides, and templates for you to customize. Along with that, you're going to have the additional systems. So the essentials, if you just have the essentials, you are doing an amazing job. Most businesses that I have encountered, even at the multiple 6 and sometimes 7-figure levels, do not have these essentials. And it's something that they have to implement, and they're learning to create systems as they hire and onboard people to their team. That is why I think this is like the best investment ever. If you are doing this at the first 6-figure mark or the multiple 6-figure mark, it is so amazing, because from what I've heard from my clients who have implemented these systems and then hired people, it makes things so much easier. So within that, if you have the 6 essentials, those are the things that I would recommend that everyone has in place for the first 6 figures. Then I also wanted to give you additional systems. These are things that are just a great bonus, like learning how to do financial projections and learning how to do an annual plan, like I mentioned before, figuring out how to really use goal setting at a really high level, and learning how to manage your mindset as a 6 and multiple 6-figure CEO. And so that is what is on the additional systems. And then there are just some bonuses, things that I found really helpful for you that you absolutely do not need to use, but things that I was learning as I was growing. And it's more specifics to a couple of different platforms like QuickBooks. That is something that I learned how to use. I also needed to create a contract. Nobody needs to have a contract, but when I first started coaching, I was coaching children, and I was like wanting to make sure I was legally okay. So I have that underneath the bonus systems, things like how to use a link tree, how to create QR codes. That's all within the additional systems. And then last but not least, I am, of course, not an expert on everything. I figured some things out that are very helpful for you guys to be building your businesses. However, I wanted to have a couple of guest speakers on so that you could learn and glean information from a couple of my colleagues that are amazing. So that will be things like learning how to network and not be weird about it, learning how to create a website. That is something that I paid my website designer, Sydney, $3,000 for, and she gives you everything to make your own website. Again, these are not things that you absolutely need at all. There are multiple six-figure businesses that have no website at all and literally just spread on word of mouth. But if you want to make a website, there it is. Or like going through my finances with my accountant is on there and things like that to just like give you a broader frame of reference of other spheres within entrepreneurship. And so the next thing that you'll be seeing is how the modules are broken down when you click on them within the Google Classroom. So when you are receiving the modules, if you did the pay in full option or if you're working with me one-on-one, you'll get all the modules at once. However, if you are doing the group, I'll be releasing a module a week. And within those modules, you'll be seeing an overview of kind of what the whole topic is about. And it will be numbered. So like, of course, number 1 that I have featured is the setup systems. So this is where you're going to be starting here. And everyone will get this initially. And what you're going to see is you're going to see a bolded like subheading within each module. And those are the different topics and typically different videos with the mindset and thought work we're about to get into. And that is explaining about how to manage your mind as you scale to 6 and multiple 6 figures. And there's also the long-term plan, which is all about how to kind of like foresee yourself as you grow within the business and creating a vision for the future. Oh, and within that, I'm like taking a gander over at my slides here, which is great. You will also be getting the templates. So the templates are one of the most important parts. Some videos in modules have 1 template. Some have like, I'm not kidding, like 16. There are a lot, especially I think it's the webinar or the presenting and teaching one. There are a lot of templates. Breathe through it, and I'm going to show you how to organize once you have those templates, what it will look like when you click on it next. So when you click on the slides, it'll just show you the slides. When you click on the video, it'll just show you the video. However, when you click on the template, it looks a little bit different. So what each module will have is it will say, make a copy. So you're going to click and make a copy, and it'll show you what it says on step 1, the forced copy. And it'll say, do you want to make a copy? And you'll say, yes, Google, I would love to make a copy. So you're going to click make a copy. And then from there, you are going to get the document, and it's going to be pulled up, and it's unique to you. So this document, no one else can see. It is all for you. And it's for you to privately use within your Google Drive. I don't even need to see it, but if you want to show me them, I'll explain that later if you're within the group. Now, you're going to step 2 will be to rename it. Every single time that you click make a copy, it says copy of XYZ. You want to just rename that. You can just delete the copy of, or you could put your initials, whatever floats your boat, works for me. The next piece you're going to do just for the first time, so this is not every time that you make a template, please do not make a whole separate folder, but just the first time, you're going to actually make a folder in your Google Drive just for 6-figure systems. And then within those slides, what it's going to look like within your Google Drive is you're going to be able to, it's going to have you can rename different folders for the different pieces of the business that we'll be going through. So the way that I color coded it, I know a lot of you guys are like loving my color coded, and I'm here for it. This is just how I decided to color code it. You do not need to use that way, but it just shows you how my mind thinks about things. So red is just for the setup systems. Orange is for the essentials. Yellow is for the additional systems. Green is for the bonus and guest speakers. And then blue is just your personal notes. I know you'll see when I coach you, I always have a Google document up and I'm taking notes as I coach you. That's something that no other coaches do. There is not, like if you are a coach yourself, you don't need to do that ever. However, it just helps my mind to see, and I think it's helpful for my clients. So if you like to take notes as you're learning, I know I do that on my mastermind calls. I know I do that on my one-on-one coaching calls. I've done that every single time I'm getting or experiencing coaching myself. I like to take notes because I heard a long time ago, note takers are money makers. And so if you want to use that, feel free to use that. And then the last piece is if you are within the group, you're going to have a form that I'm going to be checking in with you every week. You're going to be telling me, ranking the different categories of where you are at your business. If you're one-on-one, I do that for you. And we're going to be tracking your growth as we go. So that is it. Welcome. I am so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for entrusting your business with me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. It is truly one of the biggest honors of my life to be able to coach you, and I promise when you are in this container, I will take care of you in any way, shape, or form. I'll talk about how to reach out to me if you need me, but I am here to support you and be your guide in any way that I possibly can. And I am just so glad that you are here.